allow yourself to let the breath start to flow. Deep inhales, deep exhales. I think of yoga class oftentimes is that first really deep breath I take during the day, oftentimes because I'm not that conscious. And so here's a chance for me to really let the breath go. And so as we explore with this extra deep breath, we take a moment with our intention, which is the idea of letting go. This fall season where leaves are starting to fall from the trees, and also as we're getting closer to Halloween and Dia de los Muertos, it's all around us this idea of dying and letting go and letting things that are no longer a part of us, that we don't wish to be a part of us, letting all that go. So that's the idea today. Pick something in your mind and just rest that in the back of your mind, something you'd like to release and let go of. So this could be something, a habit that you have. It could be something physically that you've had, and every time you see it, it makes you kind of cringe. And so maybe you're letting go of some of that, something more physical. Maybe it's letting go of a food item that you know doesn't work really well with your system. So whatever it is that we're letting go of, pick something that you're dedicating your practice to releasing. And our practice today will focus on the kidneys. The kidneys are that last step of filtering before it turns into the urine, it goes to the bladder, and we get rid of what we no longer need that way. And so as we go through our practice, we're going to be physically engaging with the kidneys and also using the kidney meridian from the Chinese meridian system. So the kidney meridian starts at the big toes. It traces up the inseam, so up the inner part of the calf, inner part of the thigh, and it travels up the spine to about the area of the heart, more or less. So we'll include different back bending areas. We'll include toe stretches. We'll include inner leg stretches. And so in these ways, we're helping to encourage that energy of letting go and releasing. So with the idea that we've established in the back of our mind, that thing we're releasing today, with that to get us started, the first thing we're going to do is create fists. And the fists we're going to encourage right under our kidneys. And so you'll have to kind of wiggle your fist right underneath. This is that low back, the area right after your rib cage ends. And just let the fists rest there. And then taking a few extra breaths here, feel how your inhale breathes the kidneys into your hands. It's a little massage for them. And then with our exhale, it's a nice comforting release for the kidneys. So enjoy just a few more breaths like that. One more deep inhale. With our exhale, start to free out the hands. And from here, we're going to start working into our toes, that end of the meridian line. So start to take your legs in to the chest. Do a couple of little bonus hip circles. Just massaging through the low back. And then from here, begin to extend both legs up to the sky. Hands can help support the legs. Feet are a little bit separated away from each other so the feet can freely do circles. So just choose a type of circle that works for you. Maybe both feet traced together, or maybe you're kind of doing one foot, then the other foot. So whatever's working for you, we're getting some of those snap, crackle, and pops out of our legs. Good, and bringing that to stillness, take a few cycles of pointing the foot as deep as you possibly can, and then flexing your foot, trying to peel the toes toward the body. So go to the deepest range that you have available at this moment. Really trying to imagine you're waking up the meridian right at the toes. So 2 more of these, trying to push even that last millimeter deeper. Good. And then from here, let the legs open up to a wide figure V shape. This starts to help the meridian that travels up the inner thighs. Hands are welcome to just rest on the inner thighs. Good. So allow this part to take that deep stretch. A couple of good breaths. And then to help this part out even more, start to bend the knees. We're going to slide up to a happy baby pose. And feel how this continues to deepen that expression. So this could absolutely be with stillness, or you could rock left and right. Imagine that as a little massage as we're rocking across the kidneys. Good. Now starting to move the meridian line up the back. Take the inner thighs together and let the knees take a simple twist over to the left. As the arms start to spread open, use the right hand either in a fist or just use the thumb to help massage that right kidney. Good. From here, knees start to rise. Let's take the twist to the other side. Knees fall this direction. This time it's the thumb or the fist again that gets the left kidney massaged out. If nothing else, it just feels good for the low back to get this kind motion going on. Good. From here, as the knees start to come back up, plant the feet, slide them long for a moment, and we're taking a fish pose. This will help to arch the whole back. So you need each hand to be palm face down, and then you need to slide the hands under the glutes. So once the hands are there, I start lifting my chest halfway up. The elbows are propping me up. And then from here, I begin to lift my heart really high into an arch. My head rocks back. I rest my head on the pillow that my shoulders makes. And then maybe I continue to lower just the crown of the head down to the ground. So try to take 3 more breaths from this deep back bend. One more good inhale. Exhale, we can lift the head up. I like to widen the elbows to return my back onto the ground, and then I can free out my hands. Good. Sliding the feet back into plant. The right leg gets to stretch up to the sky. This one's more about the hamstring, but if you'd like to continue some of those circles or pointing and flexing of this right foot, that's fine as well. Just continue to encourage this leg. Gently deeper and deeper. Good. Take this right ankle up onto left thigh and thread the hands around the left side. Imagine that we're not just getting into the hip, but once again, we're tracing that meridian line up the inseam. Good. Allow one more deep breath to flow in. And And then exhale, release the hands, right foot to the ground, left leg up to the sky. We're working on hamstring, maybe also the toes again. And take the ankle up to the thigh, thread around right. One more deep inhale. Exhale as we release. We're going to make our way up toward a seated position. If you roll like a ball, perhaps imagine that as a little massage for the spine. If you prefer just to come up and go straight to cobbler, that's also welcome. Good. Going to cobbler if you're not there already. Once again, imagine we're tracing that inseam of the meridian all the way up to the hips. Spine is easily traveling into the stretch. Perhaps you even use your thumbs to gently massage the big toe, getting that end of the kidney meridian. So in this way, with the toe massaged, with the inseam stretched, and with the back even stretching, essentially this is a pose that's gotten the whole line of that meridian. So perhaps in your mind's eye, imagine a light turning on, tracing that whole area. And as we continue to travel through class, we can keep in our mind's eye that line lighting up deeper and deeper with the stretches that we'll take. Imagining that it's helping to encourage this release. Enjoy another good inhale. With exhale, start to sit up. Keep this left foot tucked in, right leg gets to open. And then as we plant our hands in front of us, walking forward again, 3 times we're going to slowly go back and forth between this forward space and then gradually walking our hands to surround that straight right leg. So feel how as we start to work to the side and then relax our way back forward, it's almost like the muscles are helping to stretch through the kidney and then release. So go for number 2. And gradual release. Last one. Good. Releasing all the way back forward. Take a few extra breaths here. And start to rise up, switch the legs out. Okay, return forward. And now we can start the 3 slow cycles here, going toward the left. And return. Number 2. Return. And last one. Beautiful. When we return, take that bonus couple of breaths. And rising up, let's take our legs underneath us. We're starting to head into some cat-cows. Visualize the kidneys and how they're rounding, pulling away into a long stretch with our cat. And then a gentle compression. It's almost like we're squeezing them to massage them with the cow. Go back and forth a couple of rounds. And 2 more sets. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to go into a toe stretch. Start to tuck the toes under, even trying to encourage the pinky toe if at all possible. And then start to sit your weight back, hips trying to go towards heels. If this is already intense, just keep the hands forward. If you're doing okay to walk further and further back, that's welcome. But no, if it gets too intense again, just come forward to gently release it. And visualize in this moment, again, that thing that you're letting go of. Let it be as easy, the thought of letting go of it, as a tree losing a leaf. Take 3 more good breaths here. So here, as we release that third exhale, we travel forward. Perhaps the feet just want to do a couple of circles, or sometimes it's nice to gently pound them out. Good. And then keeping the toes pointed, try to see if you can sit back onto the pointed feet. We'll get the stretch onto the other part, more of the front of the foot. So let the left hand just prop you up on the left side. The right hand grabs the right knee and allows it to lift up until you start feeling that front of the foot stretch. And 1 more breath here. Release, and then left hand picks up left knee. Good. Release. Again, come forward. Maybe the feet want to roll for a moment or gentle pounce. Okay, and then from here, let the toes tuck. We're coming up to a higher kneeling position. And we're going to take our thumbs onto the kidneys, the rest of the fingers just kind of wrapping around the ribs. And as we push gently into the kidneys, we're going to take a supported version of camel pose. So let the hips start to go forward, let the heart start to lift, and then continue to push the thumbs into the kidneys. Just a gentle, gentle opening through that area. 1 more breath in. And then exhale as we rise up. We're going to try to keep this kidney connection as we head into child's pose. So if the forehead doesn't immediately settle down, let the knees go extra wide. And then with this restful place, perhaps your thumbs take a little massage, doing gentle circles on the kidneys. And letting the arms rest in a normal child pose. Let everything have a break for 2 or 3 good breaths. From here, we'll start heading up into downward facing dog. Whenever you feel ready, tuck the toes, lift the hips. And a little bit of motion helping to encourage the legs to continue to open for us. Allow yourself to walk the feet forward up toward the top of the mat at some point. Release the effort of the spine to dangle for a few breaths. The next inhale to rise. Hands can come down to the heart. And from here, as we're continuing to warm up our body, we're going to take a sun salutation with a gentle twist every step of the way. Imagine in the twist that we're just helping to kind of wring out the kidneys. So inhale, circle all the way up to the sky. Leave the left hand up. Take the right hand to the kidney, and then continue to gaze over that right shoulder in a twist. Good. Unwind, right hand up. Left hand to the kidney and twist. And hand reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Leaving the left hand down, lift the right hand up to the sky, and then place the hand on the kidney for a moment. Hand back up to sky and to floor. Left hand up. Kidney, up, and floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, slide the hands down all the way to plank. Start to step the feet back into plank. We'll either go into a side plank, lifting the left hand up, or a supported side plank with the right knee down, left hand up. So either way, go over to that side. And that top hand goes to the kidney for just a moment. Lift it back up. Drop the hand to the floor. Switch sides, whichever variation you have. And up. Kidney. Up. And down. Good. Lower chaturanga. Choose a back bend that feels okay right now. So it could be a baby cobra, could be full cobra, could even be sphinx. But imagine as you gaze over one shoulder, you're helping that kidney have a gentle crunch. And then switch sides. Beautiful. This can be child pose or it can be downward facing dog, whatever feels good right now. And then at some point, you'll walk your way back up to the top. Let's do our twist once again. So right hand up to sky, to kidney, sky, and floor. Left hand, same thing. Up, kidney, up, and down. Next inhale to gently rise. And leave the arms up. Right hand to kidney twist. And up. Left hand. Beautiful. Reaching back up. Drop the hands by our sides. And let the arms be like little noodles, giving the body a gentle massage. Trying to gently encourage that light pound that happens across the kidneys. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, slide the hands down. Just step the right foot all the way back. The right knee drops to the floor. Sinking the hips forward, make sure the knee doesn't go past toes. And then we'll start walking the hands up to this left thigh. Hips continue to sink forward. And only if this works with your balance, perhaps take your thumbs back to the kidneys. Lift the heart up and do a slight back bend. One more inhale. Exhale, allow the front leg to go straight. Drop the hands down. Feel that release through the low back area. From here, this front foot, this left foot continues to slide all the way to the left side. Once it's there, lower down to elbows. Feel the low back lengthening, maybe even a very slight arch. This will help you feel the inner thigh muscle stretching even deeper. Good. And then from here, as this knee comes next to the other, you can choose to go straight to child pose, maybe take a down dog. Well, if you want to, you can take a flow. At this point, they're all optional, all the flows from here. At some point sooner or later, we'll make our way to a forward fold up at the top. No rush to get there. Slide the hands up the shins, half lift. And forward fold. Left foot lunges back. Drop the left knee down. Make sure when you sink hips forward, the knee doesn't go past toes. And perhaps we walk our hands up to the thigh. Maybe to the low back. Finding a gentle arch. One more inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg, drop the hands down. This right foot continues to swing open to the right side. You can lower down to elbows. Try to flatten the low back, sticking with sitting bones back. And then taking this right knee next to the other, this is that option again, child pose, down dog, maybe a flow. Once again, enjoy this as long as it's still helpful. At some point, making our way up toward the top of the mat. Up at the top, let's take another good inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Good. Hands to the heart. A lateral lean. Right hand to right thigh, left hand up and over. And switch it out, second side. Beautiful. Rising back up. Inhale, circle arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. This time as fingers slide down, the left foot lunges back, but keep the knee off the ground. Back heel can go to the rest down. So sweep up for a moment, warrior one. And then thumbs can go to the kidneys. Either stay lifted upright or continue to lift the heart to a slight level. Good. Rising up, keep the front knee bent, clasp the hands behind your back, and bow down into the shoulder stretch. When hands release, bring them to the inner part of the front foot. The hips are counterbalancing us, the weight going slightly backwards, so that we can continue to walk the fingertips toward that front left edge of the mat, even off the mat. The spine is really long, almost like the thought of down dog, but there's very little weight in the hands. We could lift fingertips if we needed to. And continue to walk the hands to this left long edge. Turn the toes to this edge of the mat. And we're walking hands forward as if we were in a very wide leg downward facing dog. So let the inner thighs stretch, try to elongate the spine. The hips are still counterbalancing us going backwards. Then walk the hands underneath the face, flip the palms, and then walk the hands under and through the legs. Good. From here, bring the hands right under the face. Leave the left hand there. Right hand reaches up to the sky. And then just place that hand on the kidney again. Shoulders are still continuing to rotate open. A couple more breaths right here. Bring the hand up to the sky and then drop it all the way down. Second side, left hand reaches. And then hand rests on the kidney as shoulders are still rotating open. Reach up to the sky and drop it down. Bend the knees, hands to hips. Roll the spine up. Just the front foot, the right one turns to the top of the mat, and then bend the right knee so that we're immediately in warrior two. Good. Feel how the kidney's affected as we come to extended side angle, front elbow down, the other arm in the long reach. And gentle rise up. Reverse it out. And coming up, front leg goes straight. We can either head toward triangle pose, reaching forward and then dropping right hand to shin, left hand to sky. Or if any of you want to head in toward half moon pose, you can cartwheel that right hand down into that floating position. Another breath in. If you're in half moon, gentle release to triangle. And then torso up. Shorten the stance a little bit to square the hips forward. Hands on the thigh. And then slide down into pyramid pose. Maybe hands rest on the shin. Maybe they can go all the way to floor with the front leg very straight. Flipping the hands forward, our weight goes into right foot. Float left foot, supported warrior three. And then simply release that left foot next to the right. A nice stapling pose. Standing forward fold. Inhale, circle up to the sky. Hands to heart. And we'll start heading to the second side. I'm just going to flip the mat so I face you still. Inhale up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down. Right foot lunges back. Drop the heel down. Warrior one. Hands are welcome to go with thumbs to the kidneys and then a slight heart opener. Beautiful. From here, release the hands, clasp them, and then bow into the shoulder open. Hands drop to the inner part of the front foot. Hips counterbalance, trying to shift backwards as the fingers try to walk forward toward that front right corner. And as we walk toward this long edge of the mat, turn the toes there. This one's more of a dangling directly forward. So let the elbows go soft. Let our weight go heavy. Grabbing both hands around the right ankle, try to pull the heart in toward the right thigh. Then switch it over to left ankle. Good. Hands down underneath us. We'll either take a high squat, just bending the right knee a little bit, or you can go to a low squat over that right foot. Either way, that we're bringing this left thigh into a really nice deep stretch. It's all good. Go ahead and switch it. Okay, straighten both legs, bend the knees, hands to hips to roll up. This time it's your left toes that turn forward so that we find ourselves in warrior two. Extended side angle. Reverse it. Then as we come up, straighten the front leg. Either go to triangle pose, left hand down, right hand up, or half moon, if that's what's in your practice today. You're in half moon, gentle release to triangle. And then we all lift up, square the hips forward, hands on the thigh, slide down to pyramid. Hands walk forward so that the back leg floats, supported warrior three. And then that back foot rests next to the front foot, spines released. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down to the heart. We're going to get into the feet again. We'll do this by lifting the heels up and lowering them down. At the same time, we're adding a little challenge. So the arms start up when the heels are down. When the heels lift, the left hand goes forward and the right hand tries to touch your kidney. Good. Return forward, heels down. Beautiful. Try to switch it out. Right hand forward, left hand to kidney as the heels rise. And return. Awesome. Let's try to go 3 more each side, nice and slow. If any of them don't go so well, that's okay. We've always got another set. Two more each. Last one each side. Beautiful. From here, take both hands to the kidneys, and we'll do a nice standing back bend. So the hips go forward, push the thumbs into the kidneys to create that nice arch. 3 good breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, rise. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale as hands go down. We have those same options, child pose, down dog, or a flow, whatever feels the best here. Down on knees, tuck the back toes. We'll either do the supported camel, just leaving the hands here, or if you're at the spot where you can drop both hands to feet, that is also an option. So start by pushing the hips forward, lifting the heart up, either leave hands or walk the hands to heels. One more good inhale. Exhale, gently come up, hands back to hips, rise. And from here, rabbit pose, leaving the toes tucked. We're going to set the forehead down, grab onto each heel, and then keeping that grip, lift the hips up. This pulls the entire spine, especially the spot in between shoulder blades, into a nice stretch. This is called a rabbit pose. One more nice inhale here. And exhale, release, sinking the hips back, reset into just a normal child for another moment. Walking the hands in. Let's come to sit, legs swinging out in front of us. Leave the left leg straight, plant the right foot. And then the left hand or the left elbow hooks around the knee. Posture gets set up tall. And then with the exhale, we wind into the twist. Imagine this is a chance to really wring out the kidneys. So imagine whatever it is that we're releasing, we're letting go of. Imagine this is an energetic chance to be with that idea. Turning forward, let this right thigh fall down. Reach up to the sky, spine is long, kidneys are strong. And forward fold into ease. Okay, starting to rise, switch the legs out. Now it's the left foot planted, right hand or right elbow grabbing on. Posture gets set up tall first, and then ease into that twist, wringing the kidneys out. Inhale. Exhale, return forward, thigh falls down. Reach up to the sky, back engaged. Exhale, forward fold. Gentle rise up. And then as we make our way down onto our back, we're going to take the fish pose again. So we make our way down, lift the glutes up as you slide the palms face down right under the glutes. And then legs, I like to have them long. Good. Hop into the elbows, coming to the half lift. And then continue to lift the heart, crown of the head, perhaps get closer to the ground. Gonna go 3 more breaths. Exhale to gently rise, chin comes in. I like to free out my elbows go wide, and then I return down, free out hands. And here you've got 2 options, either a simple twist, knees heading to the left, arms opening out, or you can continue to evolve this twist into cat chasing its tail. So if you're doing that, the top leg extends out to this side. This left hand is welcome to slide down that top leg. Perhaps your free right hand grabs the toes behind your back, and you've got the quad stretch also. So that would be cat chasing its tail if you're in this variation. You don't have to be in the full pose. You could be in part of the pose or just keep the twist. Let's try to be present with this release, with this twist for 3 more cycles of breath. And then as we completely release, the knees can come up, and we'll start to head to the second direction. So it could just be the simple twist, knees to the right. Maybe the top leg starts to straighten off to that side. Maybe left hand grabs the bottom foot. Any or all of it is allowed. Let the breath flow. This is like one last chance to give ourselves permission to release. Perhaps even create an affirmation. I release. And just mentally state whatever it is. One last breath to be right here. With our exhale, we can begin to unwind from cat chasing its tail. If there's any last wiggles or movements your body wants, this is a good time to take them. Keep on doing these movements until eventually you feel absolutely ready to find your beautiful Shavasana pose. Perhaps through our Shavasana today, you just feel yourself breathing into that back space where the kidneys are located. Or perhaps you're imagining your exhale helps you release whatever it is that you're working on today. Either way, let this Shavasana be a chance to let go. Begin to deepen inhales and exhales. Introduce little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching out like we're waking up first thing in the morning. Perhaps taking a fetal position, coming up to a comfortable seat after another couple of breaths. As hands join together in front of our heart when we're up, we consider once again that thing that we're letting go of. And we realize life, in a way, is a practice at letting go. Every autumn teaches us that it can be beautiful to let go. And we can use this practice even on a daily basis, letting go of what no longer serves us, be it foods, ideas, physical items, simplifying our life. And so with this letting go, this deep release to lead us on to this marvelous day, let's wrap up the time we got to share together today with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. Om. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.